Ciao, my name is Shiro, and happy Pride Month. It's Pride Month. Right? Yeah, it's Pride Month. So I was just thinking, I'm gonna do something stupid. So I was like, AreTheCisOkay. Because if you are unaware, I am not cis. So I like to make fun of cis being dumb. And that's what I'm going to do today in celebration of Pride Month. So let's just jump right in. A male has a penis. A male is a boy that has a penis. So that is a boy, which, as was just covered, is a male, also known as a man. You, sir, are correct in saying that somebody with a penis is a male. However, you are not correct in saying that someone with a penis is a man, because one is sex and one is gender. Nice try, though. Okay, we got this one kind of dunking on religion. God is real. How can I believe you if you don't have any physical proof? Versus, I'm actually a woman, so true. Ugh. If you guys want an explanation to this, for the religion part, religious people tend to do this thing where they push their beliefs on other people and expect them to follow them without question and comply to them without reasoning. And the people that want reasoning don't get it because there is none. And that in turn causes a net harm to the human population as a whole, while someone being a trans woman doesn't harm anybody. And it is scientifically backed up. There are reasons as to why people are transgender. It doesn't affect anybody else except for the trans person that they are trans. So I don't understand why religious people have such an issue with people being gay or people being trans. We're not forcing you to be gay or forcing you to be trans, but you are forcing us to be straight and forcing us to be cis. I don't get it. Such a narrow-minded worldview. Oh, good old Matt Walsh. Let's see what he has to say. Here's a nice video to share for #Pride Month. I spoke to an African tribe about transgenderism. The left claims that traditional cultures have fluid notions of gender. That's ... not exactly what I found. More in the full film, What is a Woman?, premiering tonight on the Daily Wire. The fact that this is Matt Walsh immediately discredits this for me. Oh, another Matt Walsh post. OP said, "When I tell you I gagged. This man. Girls are cutting off their healthy breasts. Ew! Someone come get your grandpa." And on the first day of Pride Month. For context, search up What is a Woman Matt Walsh trailer. Why is he so obsessed with children's bodies? That is exactly my question. I despise Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh needs to find another thing to talk about. Except he won't, because he gets money from shitting on us, so not much we can do in that regard. 15-year-old child goes on Reddit to ask about the effects of HRT because Google couldn't give me a good answer. Trans Redditors eagerly reply with promises of everything under the sun, from full female puberty to crying will feel better. This kid can't even drive yet. Let's see. What could I get from HRT at 15 years old, male to female? Hey everyone. I've been having a hard time recently coping with all of the tea damage my body has sustained, and in a last-ditch effort to try to brighten myself up, I thought I might come here and ask what good I could see from HRT at 15, because I've never learned that much about this, and Google couldn't give me a good answer. Thank you to anyone who helps. In this very long-winded answer, let's see. Most likely, you'll get the full deal for female puberty. True. Including bone changes like your hips rotating wider. True. You'll never experience male pattern baldness, as well as your hairline reshaping. That, I believe, is true. You won't feel like a fake being in your 30s and taking learn to apply makeup lessons aimed at teen girls. You'll take those lessons as a teen girl. That is true. You'll finish female puberty when you're young. Gender euphoria will probably make you more attractive no matter what age you start HRT, but they stack. By starting now, you could be done as early as 19, 20, or 21 is more likely. Imagine how better your 21st birthday party will be as a woman than as a man. That is my exact notion, except the opposite, because I'm a trans man. If I could get HRT at 15, I probably would have. I didn't really know much about it, and I was lacking research, but I still knew at the end of the day that I was transgender and that would have been the best option for me. Even at 15, I was aware. Of course, I started at 19, which I am right now. I am 19 right now. I started at 19. I'm a couple months in T right now, but I feel like My last high school years would have been so much better if I wasn't so not confident. The confidence that I feel now, I've never been more okay with myself before. Anyway, TLDR for this post. Physical changes that HRT will do to you, that are all true. The person that posted this to dunk on it doesn't know what the they're talking about. And then there's a bunch of comments to this as well. Everyone calling the trans woman a groomer, evil, all of the classic insults towards trans women. What is your opinion on non-binary people? 384, ridiculous concept. 157, harmless fun. 431, a real thing. So, if we just look at this at face value, you'd see that the majority says that non-binary people are real. But if you combine ridiculous concept and harmless fun together, which are the options that people would have picked if they didn't think they were real, you get 541. 541 people think that non-binaryism isn't real out of this poll, as opposed to the 431 that said it is real with no question. That is a scary thought. That is really gross. As someone who's currently dating a non-binary person, I don't like it. Ultra-traditionalism, queerphobic post, upvoted in a Hindu right-wing subreddit that has a pride flag in their icon. r/India speaks. Celebrate family and tradition this month. Reject wokeism, created by Western liberals, and stop Western cultural imperialism. Home family history tradition. That's so stupid. That is so dumb. Icky! 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 Did you know all shrimp were born male, but slowly grow into females as they mature? Like TikTokers. Okay, it's fucked, but it's funny, okay? I'm sorry. Him/man/male/penis. Yes, you are a bit of a dick now you mention it. Sheesh, got him. I don't have an issue with the LGB community. The T is where the problems start. I don't hate them, but I think what they have is an illness, not an identity, that should be encouraged. Especially when they push that onto children. I think that's not okay. Okay, I have a couple things to say to debunk this. Let's start with, it is an illness. Yes, gender dysphoria is an illness. Not all trans people have gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is something that can cause someone to become transgender. They are not mutually exclusive. Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. Being transgender is not. Identifying yourself with a gender that does not align with your birth sex is not a mental illness. Doing HRT and getting surgeries to further connect yourself with the gender you identify as, it can help alleviate gender dysphoria. It is a treatment to a mental illness, which is why people do it. It is not because they are mentally ill. It is to treat a mental illness that they have. Only 90s kids will remember these genders. Male and female are circled, and then a whole bunch of other genders are just not. That is icky. Stop it. Stop. Gross. Football and shopping. Ew, oh my god, they have like little penis and vagina circle holes. Oh, that's gross. No. Put it away. Happy Pride Month, fellow LGBTQ plus INTJs. I extend that to my audience as well. Hope you all have a great time wherever you are. Have you got anything planned? Nothing planned. Just going to hang out with some friends. I'm bisexual, asexual, because I do have some sexual attraction, just not a lot. Also, gender fluid. Thanks for the good wishes. Haha hee hee. You LGBTQVRTIAK plus minus hashtag exclamation point at sign exclamation point times divided question mark people are really amusing. Wow, your joke is really hilarious. You have the mentality of a 5-year-old with that joke. A 6th grader could make a better joke than that. Oh man. Not based. Pretty cringe. I've had 3 kids. I can't bounce on a trampoline without pissing myself. Does that trigger trans women? I breastfed my kids, and with every child, my tits cracked and bled till I was in agony. Does that trigger trans people? Oh, another. I shit myself giving birth in front of husband and midwives, because it feels like your kid is coming out your asshole. With 2, I need stitches because I torn myself. Is that triggering? Do you want the full experience of slashes from scrotum to asshole? I mean, you want to have the bump and breastfeed, but what about the heartburn, cravings, Braxton Hicks, like a sword being shoved up your arsehole, swollen ankles, weight gain, paranoia, self-doubt, etc.? All I see is trans folk faux breastfeeding and pretending they're having the mother experience. Nah, you're not. You're not doing pelvic floor exercises. You're not banning certain foods and drink from your diet. You're not sniffing your baby's blankets to force lactation. You're scum. Yes, I can understand how it can be hard if you're someone who gave birth multiple times, all of which were very, very rough on your body, and you see trans women trying to replicate that, but not fully getting there. I can see how that can be frustrating, especially when those trans women get the recognition that they do. But that's not really your issue, is it? The way that people are validated should not be based on harm. The more harm you feel, the more validation you get. That's stupid. That's like saying someone who drowned in 4-foot deep water doesn't deserve the same amount of respect as someone who drowned in 10 feet water. That's really stupid and dumb. They shot a kid. A Facebook Live video outside of Robb Elementary School during the shooting includes an apparent radio call capturing audio of a child saying they had been shot. Someone comments, "Cool, police pushing they pronouns now?" This is exactly what I was talking about. I was trying to tell my parents last night that people were changing the narrative about the Texas shooting to be about hating on trans women and trans people because people thought that the shooter was trans even though they weren't, and we're just hating on trans people because. And they were like, that didn't happen. And literally right here on this subreddit, I wasn't even like searching for this, it's right here. Whatever, I don't know. Reddit, for fuck's sake, why this is not NSFW. I never wanted to see a woman without boobs in my life. Why? That's gross. For context, this was commented on r/top surgery. It was a post-op image of someone who had gotten top surgery. That's really gross. Take a drink every time I say the word gross or icky in this video. You will die. Really feeling the love here. Sad. Really though, I absolutely hated that. I feel like straight people are backed into a corner because we get no attention whatsoever and sometimes bullied sometimes. I wish that I was like other people, one of the gays, a darker skin tone, and one of the trans or non-binaries, though I am who I am, and I'm a straight, pale, one-gender person, and I'm going with the gender that I was biologically assigned. And while I can't accept people of all kinds, I cannot say that that is all people. I apologize if any of this offends you, but even though I apologize, I don't give a crap personally. You see, the reason why straight people, the reason why white people, the reason why the majority in a society doesn't get recognition like the minorities do is because you already have every right. You are given it by default. The people that aren't given rights by default are the gay people, are the black people, are the other peoples. I didn't realize that it was illegal to get straight married in another country. I didn't realize that it was illegal to vote if you were white in another country. I'm sorry that you don't get the recognition that you feel you deserve. But honestly, that's because you don't need it. You already have everything. You have everything. I don't understand. It's such a selfish way of looking at the world. I don't get hugs and kisses every night before I go to bed because I'm straight. Shut the fuck up. I've rambled on long enough. You guys are probably sick of all of the negativity because I know I am, so I'm just gonna leave this here. I bid you a very salty adieu.